Hey folks, and welcome back to the mountain. I'm Tony from Gagnon's Mountain Homestead. We got the bunny bunker behind us. As you can see, there's a couple gaping holes kind of go all the way through there. Well, today we're going to work on building doors to fix that problem. So how I want to fix that problem, I want to use these windows I bought. It's the same ones that we have in the barn back there. And what I want to do, I want to build wooden frames around them and use these as the doors. So what I've come up with a way, I'm going to take 2x4s and cut a notch in them to go around the flange on the windows. I want to do that by using my table saw. So what I've done, I've got my 2x4s. I've got my blade set to 1 inch high and 1 inch off the fence so that my notch will be 1 inch in. So it'll be about the same distance out as the boards that I use for the framing of the door. All right, now we get the fun project of assembling these doors. Woohoo! I'll tell you folks, so far I put the bottom piece on, or it's actually one of the sides, and it went a lot easier than I thought it was gonna, so this is gonna work great. The groove I put into the wood is exactly in the middle, so it doesn't matter which way I go. All I'm doing is this lip on the glass on the window, I'm putting in that groove right there. And I'm making sure to line it up. I've cut these into a 45-degree angle, and I'm lining it up so the top of that is even with my 45-degree angle. Okay, so now I'll take my handy-dandy hammer if I can reach it. Ooh. And we're just going to hammer that in. Okay, now that's all the way down and lined up. I like it. I'm going to slide that up just a hair. Nice. So now what I want to do, I got to measure the distance from here to here and cut a 45 for that. Luckily, I've already got the boards that cut out. So all I got to do is measure it and cut my 45s. And we did, because that was my mess up cut, so that's done. So we're going to bring it over to our door and see how we did. That looks dandy. So now I'll hammer that on too. I'm going to stand this up to do it on the edge. Get that started down there. Wow, that's really coming out nice. I like it. Now what I want to do, I want to drive some long screws in here. I am going to drill it out first so I don't split the wood. All right, I've moved over to my little makeshift table here. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to screw in here and I'm going to secure these nice and tight in here. So what I've done, I've got my drill. I'm just going to drill a small hole here because I don't want to split this wood. I've got these 4-inch exterior construction screws, so we're just going to drive that in. The outside is going to be down there, so I'm just kind of making sure these are flush to each other, the wood, the corner. There's that side. And now we'll get this side. We're going to do the same thing over here. I'm about halfway down on that board. Try not to drop it. And we'll drive that one in. Once again, we'll make sure that's flush. And that cinches that up nice. Next piece we got to do is along the bottom there. We've got a 30-inch, it's 30 inches. I've already cut it. It's sitting right there. So let's go ahead and put that one in, shall we? Try to get you a better view. All right, this one's going to go right here. And it's got that groove, and it's going to go on the lip of the window, just like so. And just like that, it's beautiful. So now I got to screw that in. So we're going to do a little, I'm going to try not to damage anything here. All right, we'll take our screw and drive that in. Sucks that in nicely, and we'll do one over here too. There, now that's all held together. Now I got to cut these off. My door is 68.5 inches, so I'm going to cut these off here. I've already marked them. We'll go get our skill saw and cut those. What I've done is I went ahead and put a 2x6 across the bottom there, and now I'm going to rip a 2x4 to fit that gap, and then I'll take care of the bottom of my door. So we got a piece of our 2x4 we ripped, and that is a perfect fit. So I'm going to drill a couple holes through this, just because I don't want to split it. And then we'll take our 4-inch screws and drive them in. So that'll fit in nicely right there. So the only thing left that I want to do now is I want to secure around that window flange a little more. So I'm going to drill some holes through there, and then I'm going to set some screws into the wood to hold it in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill through the wood and through the metal flange, and then put a screw in there to hold it in. And I want to make sure we're all the way on. I'll drill through the wood and through the metal flange, and then we're just going to drive a screw through. Once again, I'm just going to keep going down the line. I can feel when it hits that metal flange, it just goes right through. It's just aluminum. And what that screw is going to do is it goes through the wood, the metal flange that holds everything together. So we're just going to keep going around. Doesn't take much, just a little hole through that aluminum. Ah, there we go, folks. One door for the bunny bunker. Let's see how it fits. All right, we got our door built. We're gonna set it up here to be about where it's gonna go. It's gonna look a lot like that when it's in place. Let's see if we can get this to there. It'll look a lot like that when it's in place. I like that. We're going to be able to trim it out so the gaps won't show as much. We're going to build another one for the other side too. They are kind of big, but that's okay. There'll be plenty of light to go inside. And then we get screens here. We can open and close the windows from the inside. It's going to work, I think, really well. So that's it. That's what I've done for my windows. So folks, that's going to do it from the mountain for today. We've got our first door built. I got one more to build. Now, as I've said many times, folks, I'm just learning here. I haven't done this stuff before, so I'm learning as I go. I am not a carpenter. My wife disagrees with me, but I say I'm not a carpenter. The stuff I build, I can have a 1/4 inch gap. I can cover it up, no problem. So that's how I build. I'm learning as I go. I know I get a lot of suggestions, and I appreciate the suggestions, and I take them into account for when I do things again. So I'm going to end the video for today. I'm going to be building another door or window, whatever you want to call it. And so if you like our channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when when we put out another video. Give us a thumbs up, tell people about us, and as always, God bless.